when you go back to your dorms tonight, you should look at the inside of your lower eyelids, and they should be really, really red. And you can compare with one another, but if the inside of your lower lid is looking pale, you may be starting to get some anemia. And iron is so important for athletes because it goes into your red blood cells and then influences your carrying of oxygen. So that's a simple one that you can do, is you can just look inside your lid, see if it's looking pale, compare with your friends. If you think that you are, if you have fatigue, or for girls if you've had heavier periods, or for guys if you're feeling run down, it's worth getting your iron levels checked. If you have a sweet sport drink, you can either have a water bottle too, and you can sort of alternate drinking them, or you can mix them together and dilute out the sugars a little bit, and then you can always, it's so easy to get table salt, you can always add a little more salt if you need it. Glucosamine is really good for preserving the cartilage in your knees, so if you are feeling like you're starting to get any little arthritic changes, or in your family, like your parents have had knee replacements or they've had arthritis or whatever, you might consider doing a fish oil, and you might consider some glucosamine. And most of us don't like to take or want to take as few supplements as possible. So I wanted you to know that you can get them in combination now, and it helps a lot with keeping your knees really strong. And glucosamine is really just good for the weight-bearing joints, so ankles, knees, hips, low back, things like that. I don't mind chocolate milk. The only time I would say it's not a good idea, preferably after exercise. And if you get reflux, the chocolate can make reflux worse. So be careful if you're getting acid reflux, don't do that much chocolate milk. And then obviously if you have a dairy sensitivity, or you have a lot of, like if you have a chronic runny nose or you're phlegmy, then cutting back on dairy is a good idea. But other than that, I think chocolate milk after working out is fine. Ideally, sugar intake, not fruit and not natural sugars. I mean, ideally it'd be great if you were all 30 grams or under a day, but what we generally do at our house are 2 sweet treats a day. So if the kids get an ice cream, that counts as 1. If they have a cupcake, that counts as 1. Really, I mean, other than like a boost in energy and enjoying it, sugar doesn't really have any redeeming qualities. So if you do have blood sugar swings, or you feel like you get kind of hypoglycemic, staying away from sugar if you have diabetes in your family, then going more for fruit sugars and things like that. But generally we just say, like I said, like 2 sweet treats a day. And that's not like the family size Snickers bar, it's like the small, something like that. As you mature and you're learning to cook more on your own, and a lot of you are going to be going to college soon, I mentioned some things on here to think about. So turmeric is a spice. It's a bright yellow spice. I brought it in here for those of you that can sort of see. But turmeric is a wonderful spice for athletes, and you can put it on the table. You've got your salt, your pepper, and then turmeric, but we find this in curries and things. And if you do have knee pain, ankle pain, joint pain, allergies, again, any of those itises, turmeric is a great spice that you can sprinkle on things. You can even add it in smoothies. And I'm going to make a green drink here in a minute, and we'll put a little turmeric in there. And actually, I want a little more liquid, so I'm going to put some of my oat water in there too. An anti-inflammatory diet, so remember lots of colors, just getting lots of colors, orange carrots, dark leafy greens, all of those types of things, orange mango. And I'm giving you lots of ideas, and I'm sort of under the assumption that each of you will take away a few ideas. I don't expect that you're going to, change your lives to match my handout, but I hope that a few of the things that I bring up for you resonate, and you can make some changes that'll help you both as an individual and in your athletic performance.